Changes to the party's final list of MPs and provincial legislatures are announced by EFF leader Julius Malema. Please, before we continue, kindly hit on the subscribe button. Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, has said that the party would amend its final list of MPs and provincial legislatures to account for donations received during the election campaign. Malema stressed that, regardless of their position on the first list provided before to the polls, anybody who did not actively support the party's election campaign would not be assigned to the parliament or provincial legislatures. We will incorporate the work done during elections into the party's final list of MPs and provincial legislatures, Malema said, in order to guarantee that the final selections are made on the basis of merit and active involvement. He emphasized the need of recognizing those who showed dedication and effort throughout the campaign phase. With his declaration, Malema is taking a step toward making party members answerable for their roles in the EFF's election victory. The EFF wants to cultivate a culture of commitment and diligence among its members, which is why individuals who actively participated in the campaign are given preference. This choice further demonstrates the EFF's emphasis on selecting candidates who have shown a strong commitment to the party's objectives and core beliefs to serve as its representatives in the legislatures of the provinces and parliament. It is evident from Malema's comments that the EFF prioritizes participation and action above just being listed first. Even if their names are higher on the first list, those who did not participate in the party's electoral activities will not be elected to the National Assembly or provincial legislatures, said Malema. The EFF's commitment to recognizing merit and active involvement is shown by the stringent methodology, which is consistent with the party's larger performance and accountability tenets. To sum up, EFF leader Julius Malema has said that the contributions made during the election campaign would be reflected in the final list of MPs and provincial legislatures for the party. Regardless of their initial rating, Malema stressed that only individuals who actively engaged in the party's electoral campaign would be appointed. This choice reaffirms the EFF's dedication to upholding the party's principles and honoring excellence in its representatives. Once more, Julius Malema, the leader of the EFF, made a daring and provocative declaration declaring a stop to the wasteful expenditure on slay queens in the wake of the recent election results in which the ANC failed to garner more than 50% of the votes. No more cash for ladies who kill. It's finished. The purse is with us now. During a press conference, Malema said, "The purse is gone," indicating a significant change in priorities and financial restraint. Malema's remarks follow the ANC's huge election defeat, which has fundamentally changed the political climate in South Africa. Opposition groups like as the EFF are becoming more powerful and able to forward their objectives with more vigor as a result of the ANC's inability to hold onto a majority. Typically, the phrase slay queens describes ladies who flaunt an opulent lifestyle supported by affluent benefactors. In his statement, Malema calls for an end to wasteful spending and a reallocation of funds to more urgent national priorities. The party's two main program pillars, economic reform and social justice, are emphasized in this announcement by the EFF. By taking the purse, Malema suggests a departure from the extravagant culture that has been used as a wedge between certain political personalities and increased financial responsibility. The ANC's loss of majority not only signifies a shift in the political landscape, but it also gives opposition leaders like Malema a greater platform to express their opinions and influence important policy choices. The demand to stop funding slay queens is a component of a larger movement to rectify economic inequality and guarantee that public monies be allocated for the good of the general population. Malema's political style has always been characterized by his fiery language, which aims to connect with the grievances and aspirations of common South Africans. This current declaration, which emphasizes the stark differences and the pressing need for reform in the nation's political and economic spheres, is expected to provoke both support and criticism. Malema's remarks paved the way for a time of profound change and potentially divisive discussions over the distribution of national resources and the moral obligations of public servants as South Africa negotiates this new political landscape.